being taught to be angry at people who look like this. We're taught that this is our enemy, that these are the people that we should be angry at. It's bull. It's bull.
My whole adult life has been dedicated to making sure people understood how powerful they are on a cosmic level, all people and all things. But it's February, so it's time to get back to black. If you have a problem with that, if you unfollow me because of that, you're racist. Ha, just kidding. I always wanted to say that.
Don't fail me now. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. All right, everybody, it is that time of year again. It is Black History Month. Congrats. What is it? Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. Can we take a moment of silence? I just want to take a moment of silence and shout out to my dope ass earrings. I've had them for a long time, but people don't notice them because my ears are always covered up. So, it is that time of year again, Black History Month. It's that time of year. Y'all, I don't even know what I'm thinking. I am afraid of this time of year. It is that time of year again, Black History Month. Okay, happy Black History Month, all my melanated people and my non-melanated people. This is the time of year when schools, corporations, and your favorite woke non-melanated friends remember you and the struggle of your ancestors and care. But it's tired, it's depressing, it's outdated. The stories are outdated. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about Rosa Parks, how she wouldn't sit down. How she wouldn't get up, rather. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, the Emancipation Proclamation, Emmett Till. I don't even want to hear about Emmett Till this year. We love you. We love you. We love you. We do not forget the bullshit that you have had to go through. But I am so tired of the same stories that leave us feeling drug all month long. Drug and gaslit. So I worked for this investment firm for a long time, and there was this beautiful woman there. Lots of melanated people worked there. There's this beautiful woman, her name was Oge, and she had a email list every February of Black history stories that she would send a few of us. She couldn't send it to everybody because she did not want to get in trouble. So every morning in February, I come to work, got my coffee or whatever. So you log into the computer and you get your fresh dose of I drug your grandpappy, I ate him, we drowned your town, you guys are lazy even though we want you to work for us. It was just like this gaslighting. And I think that might be over because we're in a place where the regular non-melanated people that have nothing to do with what happened, they're tired of being drugged for the stories of an oppressor that might look like them, but they didn't have anything to do with it because they were going through the same shit you were going through, just trying to get their stuff together. But I digress, right? I have wanted since those days at the investment firm to do my own version of Black history. I was afraid to, though, because I know how you niggas can be. How do I say this? Black people are very intelligent. They're very witty. They're fast on the tongue. They're slick on the tongue. They got a fly ass mouth. They argue for their limitations. That melanin makes you quicker, faster, stronger, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. And I think that has always scared me to sit here and talk to Black people about things that I feel like they need to hear, they need to listen to, but they wouldn't necessarily take the way that I would hope for them to take it, because Black people have been gaslit into using their own, our history and our strengths have been weaponized against us. That's where we are. Like, when I saw everything that happened with this political season, yeah, that's true. So let's get back to it. Black History Month. Rosa Parks, she sat on a bus. Yes, she did. Martin did have a dream, and there was an Emancipation Proclamation, and boom, we're free. We're free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last. But that's not how this works, you guys. And we all know that it has not been like this magical fairy ride ever since 1968, right? The problem, the problem is that every February, it's just, to me, another gaslighting, a series of gaslighting stories, the greatest hits of Black trauma. Harriet Tubman ran, Martin Luther had a dream, and apparently the only thing that Black people ever did was fight for freedom and dunk on folks. It seems to me like our greatest struggle, our greatest oppressor is a white man with a lot of money. Here he is. No, you don't get to. No, you don't get to speak. Shh. I just want you to know, we're friends. There's nothing wrong. You are not my oppressor. Okay, and this is why Black History Month is so important, you guys, because there's so much more to Black melanated history than Mr. Webb and the secrets of the conquistadors. Just trying to straighten your tie, Mr. Webb. And this is what we're talking about. There's so much more to this than him. Now, don't get me wrong. Our history is so powerful. But if the only things we ever hear about Black people are slavery, struggle, and segregation, then what's really being taught to us is how we suffered, not how we thrived. We're being gaslit every February. We're being taught how to stay in a lower state of being, in our lower chakras. We are being taught to be angry at people who look like this. We're taught that this is our enemy, that these are the people that we should be angry at. And it's bull. It's bullshit. You guys know it's bullshit. So we're not doing this no more. This is the new Black history. Okay, this is the true Black history. Well, we are going to be talking about the things that we really should be talking about, which is how powerful we've always been before Christopher Columbus got to America, and how powerful we need to be now. We also need to be going over the things that are keeping us in lower energy all year round, 365. We're not talking about these things. We're allowing it to keep us separate, but we're not allowing it to bring us together. I talk about it all the time. You were supposed to eat off your demons. You were supposed to use the things that have pissed you off to give you poise and power. With that being said, just a few things that we're going to be talking about this month. And I know we're like a week in. Would it really be Black History Month if I was on time? It's a joke. What I really mean to say is I didn't want to do this. I told you I was afraid. And then I realized if I don't do it, last year I didn't do this. And it upset me how I missed the mark again. And I'm tired of missing the mark, especially with everything that's going on in my life. So this month, we're flipping the script. We are talking about the truths that they did not want to teach us, and about the power that they don't want you to remember. They don't want you to remember. Remember who you are. See? Did you know that Black people were in America way far before Christopher Columbus was? Did you know that? Did you know that there are legal implications to calling yourself an African American? It has to do with you being property, not an actual person, because you don't have indigenous land rights, which is false, by the way. And that goes back to the whole 1920 census. There's a lot to talk about. Did you ever hear about the Dogon tribe and how they knew about the star systems? Did you know that NASA and a lot of these science researchers learned a lot of the shit that they know from these tribes that they then go and shit on? Did you know that melanin is not just a color that's on your skin? It is scientifically linked to energy, to intelligence, to spirituality. Did you know that nothing in this universe moves without melanin? So when they talk to you about a lot of the bullshit that's going on outside of this earth, ask yourselves, is there melanin? Now, can we talk about that for a second? Because this happened to me maybe about 10 years ago. I was wondering why black was always an issue. Why is everyone talking about the color of the skin? Why is black and white such an issue? So I Googled it. I just researched it. This was like 2015, maybe 2016. And I found a YouTube video by this girl. She's actually, you guys will know her. She says she's the sprinkle girl. Before she was on that sprinkle stuff, which I totally respected in my heart, no shade, she was obsessed with Oath, just like I was. And I started watching a lot of her videos because I really respected what she was saying. I found a video from her. I think it's titled Why It All Comes Down to Race. But she had made claims that NASA sprays melanin on anything that they put into orbit. And I thought that was the dumbest shit I'd ever heard. So I researched it. I looked it up. I found about 3 other articles before I gave up. Could have found more, but I said, okay, she got me. 3 articles that talks about how NASA sprays melanin on anything they put in orbit. Don't ask me where this melanin is coming from. Don't ask me where they're getting the melanin from, but it is being sprayed. And then I was trying to figure out why. Apparently the gamma rays will eat anything up. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you guys what these articles were talking about. If I feel like it, I'll link them below. If not, it's a simple Google search, you guys. I'll try to link it below. I'm gonna be more responsible now. Now, that being said, we should know more about melanin. And I've also been told time and again on this app that there are scientists that have conventions every 3 years in Europe to talk about the findings and the magnificent facts of melanin. Again, we should know more about this. I mean, you mean to tell me my skin ain't just popping, but I'm like a superhero too? What do I need to do? What do I need to do that I can fly? What do I need to do? Is it what I'm eating? Is it what I'm drinking? Is it how I'm acting? Is it? Oh my gosh. Okay. We are superhuman. We are. I'm just trying to tell you. You're welcome. For too long, we have been told half-truths, watered down history, and straight up lies. But this month, we're taking it back. We're taking back the narrative. I want to talk about Black spirituality. I want to talk about science, cosmic connections, real history. We're going to go over a lot of these kingdoms in Africa. We're going to talk about the different bloodlines of Black people. I had a girl on YouTube, non-melanated girl, peace to you, to tell me that race was equivalent to bloodlines. And I had to explain to her that not when it comes to melanated people, there are a lot of different bloodlines. So while race can be a head start, once you get into darker skin, all bets are off. And it's time that we find out who we are and where we're from, instead of listening to our oppressors tell us the story and switch it up every 100 years. So if you're tired of the same Black History Month curriculum, here I am. Let me know what excites you guys the most and what you want to hear about, because there's so much to talk about with Black History Month. This is the time of the year where you find those really cute articles and those reels, but it's time that we dive deep into them. It's also time that we start to address some social issues. A lot of social issues need to be addressed between the Black community around the world with Indigenous and dark-skinned people. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to do. I just hit up the crew. I ordered 6 new puppets. So this is going to be a very exciting month. Like I said, I didn't apologize for being late. I told you it was typical, but I'm here now and we got a lot of work to do. Thank you for watching. This is just putting you guys on notice. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for these dope episodes about our history. If you are not melanated, you can still be here. I hope you guys... I listen to content from all types of different people, from LGBT community, from the right hand, from the left hand, non-spiritual, logical stuff. I listen to haters. I even follow, and I've said this before, a woman-hating man-eater. A woman-eating man who hates women. On social media, I listen to stuff. It's very interesting. He said that you were 3 or 4 if you slept with more than 4 men in your life. And I just said, there's a lot of really broken people out here. That's for a whole nother day. If you care about that stuff, though, I do have a whole masculine, feminine energy playlist, and that is definitely what's going on in our worlds. Because Black women and Black men do need to talk about their issues, and that's one thing we're going to be talking about during Black History Month. I told you, I'm ready. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go get some stuff done. I don't know if there's anything else. I feel like I'm rambling because I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I wanted to say something that I didn't say, but if I didn't say it, I'll just say it in another video. Thank you for watching. My love is your love. Peace.